Tuscany's Elba Island, a gem in the Tyrrhenian Sea, is a place where time seems to slow down, where history and nature intertwine in a harmonious embrace. The largest island of the Tuscan archipelago and the third largest in Italy, Elba is famous for its crystalline waters, lush landscapes, and a fascinating past that includes the exile of Napoleon Bonaparte. Yet beyond these storied associations, Elba offers a world of experiences, from sun-drenched beaches and dramatic mountain trails to medieval villages, vibrant harbors, and a cuisine that captures the very essence of the Mediterranean. To truly discover Elba is to surrender to its rhythm, to wander its cobbled streets, lose yourself among its rocky coves, and linger over long, leisurely meals as the sun sets over the sea. Arriving on Elba, most visitors land via ferry at Portoferraio, the island's main port and largest town. Its semicircular harbor, lined with pastel-colored buildings, immediately conjures a sense of arrival in a place apart. Portoferraio is steeped in history. Its origins date back to the Etruscans and Romans, but its most distinctive character comes from the Medici family, who fortified the town in the 16th century. Walking through the old town, you can climb up to the Fort Falcone and Forte Stella, two massive fortresses that once guarded against pirate attacks. From their ramparts, the views sweep across the harbor and out to the blue horizon, offering a perfect introduction to the island's maritime soul. Within Portoferraio, the legacy of Napoleon is ever present. During his brief exile from 1814 to 1815, Napoleon lived in two residences, the Palazzina dei Mulini, perched atop the old town and enjoying commanding views, and the Via San Martino, nestled among olive groves in the countryside. Both homes are now museums, filled with period furnishings, personal artifacts, and paintings that evoke the peculiar interlude when the fate of Europe was briefly entwined with this small island. Even if you're not a history buff, the gardens and terraces offer tranquil spots to reflect, and the stories of Napoleon's time here, his reforms, his court, his longing for France, add a layer of intrigue to your visit. Portoferraio is also a gateway to some of Elba's most beautiful beaches. Le Ghiaie, just a short stroll from the center, is famed for its pebbly shore and translucent water, ideal for snorkeling. Further afield, beaches like Sansone and Capobianco dazzle with their white cliffs and turquoise seas, reminiscent of far more exotic locales. Each beach has its own character. Some are lively and well-equipped, others secluded and wild, accessible only by foot or boat. The diversity of Elba's coastline is one of its greatest charms, inviting exploration and discovery at every turn. Venturing beyond Portoferraio, the island reveals a patchwork of landscapes and settlements, each with its own distinct flavor. To the west lies Marciana Marina, a picturesque fishing village with a lovely promenade lined with cafes and boutiques. Its ancient tower, built to fend off pirates, stands sentinel over the harbor, while the narrow lanes behind the waterfront wind up to hidden squares and flower-filled balconies. Marciana Marina is a place to savor the slower pace of island life, to sip a glass of Ansonica wine as fishing boats bob in the evening light, or to join locals in a game of bocce under the shade of plane trees. A short drive inland brings you to Marciana, one of Elba's oldest hill towns. Perched high on a granite outcrop, Marciana offers sweeping views across the island and out to Corsica on clear days. The town's labyrinthine streets, stone houses, and medieval gateways evoke a bygone era, while the Pisan fortress at its summit recalls centuries of conflict and resilience. Marciana is also the starting point for the cable car to Monte Capanni, Elba's highest peak. The ride itself is an adventure. Open-air baskets whisk you up through chestnut forests and rocky crags. And at the summit, the panorama is breathtaking. The entire island unfurls below, its bays and headlands gleaming in the sun, and on the horizon, the silhouettes of other Tuscan islands and the mainland fade into the haze. Monte Capanne is a paradise for hikers and nature lovers. Trails radiate from the summit and the surrounding villages, winding through dense woodlands, wildflower meadows, and remote shepherds' huts. The flora is remarkable. Elba is part of a UNESCO biosphere reserve, and springtime brings a riot of orchids, broom, and aromatic herbs. Wildlife abounds too. Look for mouflon, a wild sheep introduced by the Greeks, or listen for the call of peregrine falcons soaring above the cliffs. Whether you choose a gentle walk or a challenging ascent, the sense of immersion in nature is profound, and the ever-changing views reward every step. On the southern coast, the town of Marina di Campo presents a different face of Elba. Here, a broad crescent of golden sand curves around a sheltered bay, making it the island's most popular beach destination. The town itself buzzes with life, especially in summer, when families, couples, and groups of friends gather along the waterfront for gelato, aperitivi, and evening passeggiate. Marina di Campo is also a base for exploring the nearby beaches of Cavoli and Fetovaya, both renowned for their fine sand and crystal-clear water. These are quintessential Mediterranean beaches, fringed by pine and maquis, lapped by gentle waves, and blessed with abundant sunshine. Yet even here, away from the bustle, you can find quieter corners. A short walk or bike ride from the center leads to the wetlands of La Fosse, a protected area where herons, kingfishers, and turtles thrive among reeds and lagoons. Nature reserves like this are scattered across Elba, testament to the islanders' commitment to preserving their environment. Birdwatchers will find much to delight in, especially during migration seasons, while families can enjoy educational trails and guided tours. Another highlight of the southern coast is the ancient village of Capoliveri. Perched atop a hill and surrounded by vineyards and olive groves, Capoliveri is a maze of narrow alleys, archways, and staircases, its ochre and terracotta houses glowing in the afternoon sun. The town has a lively art scene, with galleries, craft shops, and open-air concerts animating its piazzas. Capoliveri's mining heritage is also evident. For centuries, the hills around the town were excavated for iron ore. And today, the old mines have been transformed into fascinating museums and adventure parks. Guided tours take visitors deep underground, where tunnels and shafts reveal the harsh realities and ingenious techniques of Elba's miners. Above ground, panoramic trails lead through abandoned quarries and wild landscapes, offering insight into the island's industrial past and its ongoing relationship with the land. The eastern side of Elba, less visited than the north and south, rewards the curious traveler with hidden treasures. Rio Marina, once at the heart of the island's mining industry, has reinvented itself as a charming seaside town, its red-tinged sands and shimmering waters bearing witness to the iron-rich soil beneath. The mining park of Rio Marina offers interactive exhibits, mineral collecting excursions, and train rides through the lunar landscapes of the old quarries, a delight for children and adults alike. Nearby, the village of Rio nel Elba clings to the mountainside, its stone houses clustered around a medieval church. This is a place to wander at leisure, to admire the views, and to sample local specialties like chiaccia briaca, a sweet bread flavored with aleatico wine and dried fruit. Elba's coastline is indented with a myriad of coves, promontories, and islets, each with its own allure. Some of the most beautiful spots are accessible only by boat, making a day at sea one of the island's quintessential experiences. Boat rentals and guided excursions depart from all major ports. You can circumnavigate the island, stopping to swim in secluded bays, snorkel over rocky reefs, or picnic on uninhabited beaches. The sea around Elba is renowned for its clarity and marine life. Dolphins are often spotted, and the underwater world teems with colorful fish, octopus, and even the occasional seahorse. For divers, the island offers numerous sights, including shipwrecks, caves, and dramatic drop-offs, all within easy reach of the shore. For those who prefer to stay on land, Elba's network of hiking and biking trails opens up a world of adventure. The GTE, Grande Traversata Elbana, is a long-distance route that traverses the island from east to west, passing through forests, vineyards, and ancient villages. Along the way, you'll encounter a diversity of landscapes: the granite peaks of the west, the lush valleys of the interior, the arid headlands of the east. Each section offers its own challenges and rewards, and the ever-present sea provides a constant backdrop, its colors shifting with the light. Cyclists will find routes to suit all abilities, from gentle coastal rides to demanding mountain ascents. Bike rental shops are plentiful, and e-bikes make even the steepest climbs accessible. Several annual cycling events draw enthusiasts from across Italy and beyond, adding a festive atmosphere to the island's roads and trails. Elba's culinary traditions are another cornerstone of its appeal. The island's cuisine reflects its history and geography, simple, robust, and deeply rooted in the rhythms of land and sea. Fresh fish and seafood dominate menus. Try caciusso, a hearty fish stew, or totani ripieni, stuffed squid cooked in tomato sauce. Local cheeses, cured meats, and wild herbs add depth and flavor, while vegetables from the fertile plains appear in every meal. Elba's wines, made from indigenous grapes like Ansonica and Aleatico, are gaining recognition for their quality and character. Many vineyards welcome visitors for tastings and tours, offering a chance to learn about the island's unique terroir. Markets and food festivals abound, especially in summer. In Porto Azzurro, a lively port town on the eastern shore, the weekly market spills across the main square, selling everything from fresh produce and local honey to handmade ceramics and textiles. Porto Azuro itself is a delight to explore, with its Spanish fortifications, bustling marina, and inviting restaurants overlooking the bay. Evening brings a special magic, as the town lights up and music drifts from open-air bars and cafes. Throughout the year, Elba hosts a variety of cultural events and festivals that celebrate its heritage and community spirit. These range from religious processions and historical reenactments to food fairs and music concerts. One of the most evocative is the Festa dell'Innamorata, held in Capoliveri each July, which commemorates a legendary love story with a torchlit procession to the sea. In autumn, the grape harvest brings wine festivals and feasts, while springtime sees the blooming of wildflowers and the return of migratory birds. For those interested in art and history, Elba offers a wealth of museums and galleries. In addition to the Napoleonic residences, highlights include the Archaeological Museum of Marciana, which traces the island's ancient civilizations, and the Mineralogical Museum of Rio Marina, home to an astonishing collection of crystals and ores. Contemporary artists are drawn to Elba's light and landscapes, and their works are displayed in studios and exhibitions across the island. Families will find plenty to entertain children of all ages. In addition to the beaches and nature reserves, there are adventure parks, aquariums, and even a butterfly sanctuary in the hills above Marina di Campo. Boat trips, snorkeling excursions, and fossil hunting expeditions offer hands-on learning and fun, while the relaxed pace of island life means there's always time for play. Shopping on Elba is a pleasure, with a focus on local crafts and products. Look for hand-painted ceramics, artisanal soaps made from island herbs, and jewelry crafted from Elban minerals. Foodies will want to stock up on olive oil, honey, and preserves, as well as bottles of Aleatico, the island's signature dessert wine. Many shops also sell books and maps that delve into Elba's history, geology, and natural wonders, making for meaningful souvenirs and gifts. Getting around Elba is straightforward, though the island's hilly terrain means that travel can be slow. Public buses connect major towns and beaches, while taxis and rental cars offer flexibility for exploring off-the-beaten-path locations. For the adventurous, scooters and bicycles provide a thrilling way to experience the island's twists and turns, though caution is advised on narrow or winding roads. Ferries and small boats link Elba to the mainland and neighboring islands, opening up further possibilities for exploration. Accommodation on Elba ranges from luxury resorts and boutique hotels to family-run guest houses, agriturismi, and campsites. Many properties are set in historic buildings or surrounded by gardens, offering a sense of place and tranquility. Booking ahead is advisable, especially in high season, but last-minute options can often be found, particularly in the shoulder months of spring and autumn. The best time to visit Elba depends on your interests. Summer, June to September, is warm and lively, with long days and bustling beaches, but also the highest prices and crowds. Spring and autumn offer milder weather, fewer tourists, and a more relaxed atmosphere, ideal for hiking, cycling, and cultural events. Winter is quiet, with many businesses closed, but the island's beauty endures, and the sense of peace is profound. Elba's appeal lies in its diversity and authenticity. It is a place where you can spend the morning hiking in the mountains, the afternoon swimming in secluded coves, and the evening dining al fresco in a medieval piazza. It is an island of stories, of pirates and princes, miners and fishermen, exiles and explorers, each leaving their mark on the landscape and the culture. Above all, Elba invites you to slow down, to savor each moment, and to discover its treasures at your own pace. Whether you are seeking adventure, relaxation, history, or simply the joy of being surrounded by natural beauty, Elba offers a wealth of experiences to suit every traveler. Its charm is subtle but enduring, woven into the fabric of daily life and revealed in the small details. The scent of wild rosemary on a hillside path, the laughter of children playing in a sunlit square, the taste of just-caught fish grilled over an open fire. To visit Elba is to become part of its story, if only for a while, and to carry its memories with you long after you leave its shores. As you plan your journey, consider weaving together the island's many threads: history and nature, land and sea, tradition and innovation. Allow time to wander without a destination, to follow the curve of a hidden road or the invitation of a local festival. Talk to the islanders, whose warmth and pride in their home are infectious, and let their stories guide your explorations. Above all, embrace the spirit of Elba, open, generous, and alive to the beauty of every day. In the end, what makes Elba so special is not just its scenery or its monuments, but the sense of connection it fosters, to place, to people, and to the rhythms of nature. Whether you come for a week or a lifetime, the island has a way of staying with you, its colors and flavors lingering in memory, its stories echoing in your heart. So come, explore, and let Elba reveal its magic, one moment, one discovery at a time.